All right, babies, we are going to look at example 3 here. This one is a little silly, okay, because it's October. So, of course, we have to talk about Peter Pumpkin Eater. He's a renowned agricultural geneticist, obviously. And, of course, he has mutated different pumpkins to see which one of them creates the best jack-o'-lantern. And, of course, Scary Face and Candle Breath are the two types that we're looking at here. So the premise here, and I will let you read this example because I don't want to just sit here and read it to you, but basically what we have here, and I want you to notice this, the plot of land he has available for planting is on the side of a hill with a number of trees on the top and a stream near the bottom. He is quite concerned about the effects of sunlight and water on the growth of the pumpkins. Anytime a problem indicates to you that there's a concern about certain things influencing what you're trying to measure, the growth of the pumpkins, in this case, that indicates that blocking might be necessary. So let's look at this. He has 30 seeds of each variety available for testing. Design an experiment that will help PP determine which strain to market. In retrospect, I probably should have named him something different, but that's okay because you know what? We're having fun here. So if we've got 30 seeds of both types, so we've got 30 seeds of Scary Face and we've got 30 seeds for Candle Breath. All right, so that means basically we have 60 seeds, so we're going to need 60 plots of land to plant these seeds. And you know, if you're not familiar with how big seeds are, they're not very big. So when I talk about plots, I'm just talking about little pieces of, you know, earth that we're going to plant these seeds in. So we have to think about how we're going to block this because, like I said, he's concerned about the effects of sunlight and water. Well, if you'll think about it, if you're looking straight on at this patch of land, okay, like let's say I'm sitting back here and I'm looking straight at the patch of land and I can see the trees at the top, and I know they're ugly. This is why I don't teach art. And then along the bottom, we've got water. Okay, so here's our water. So obviously the land down here is going to be different than it is up here. So we've got to decide how we can separate this land so that all of the seeds, both the Scary Face and the Candle Breath, get the same type of soil. So how do we do that? Well, we need to block. And remember, when we block homogeneously. So you have to think about this. We have to think about the idea, is the land the same horizontally or is it the same vertically? So let's think about this. If we're looking at vertically, okay, if we look at this way, think about these vertical strips here. Would you think that the soil by the trees is the same as the soil by the water or different? Because I want you to think about something. Won't it be drier up here by the trees? If that is the case, we are not going to block this way. We are not going to block vertically because the land is not the same that way. But if you'll think about it horizontally, won't all of this land right here in this row be the same water-wise? And won't all of this land be the same water and sun-wise? And so on and so forth. So what we would want to do is we would want to block horizontally because blocking horizontally indicates that all the land in a horizontal row will be roughly the same. So I'm just going to number these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 rows. And since I've got a total of 60 seeds, well, if I've got 6 rows and I need 60 seeds to fit into all of this whole plot of land, that means that I'm going to want to create 10 columns. Okay, just like this. Hopefully I left enough room. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Miss Griggs. Look, 10. Oh, so crooked. How sad. Okay, so how would I explain this? Because the picture is just to help you understand it. All right? So what would I write about? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is talk about blocking. So I am going to block the land by horizontal rows 1 through 6. And you could have used letters A, B, C, D, E, F. That would have been totally fine. And then I am going to randomly, don't forget the randomness has to occur. And how is that going to occur? Just like this. Let me show you. So I'm going to randomly assign 10 seeds to each row. In other words, to each block. All right? And then I'm going to write that 5 scary face and 5 candle breath, because I want both types of seeds to inhabit all of the different kinds of soil. So that means that in each block, I want 5 of each, but I have to randomly assign them. An easy way to do that might be to flip a coin. You could use a die. An even number would represent one, and the odd numbers would represent the other. There's all kinds of ways you could do this. So if I write it out, I'm blocking the land by horizontal rows 1 through 6, randomly assigning 10 seeds to each row, 5 scary face, 5 candle breath, and then of course I am just going to, at the end of the experiment, compare growth within each block for each pumpkin type. Magical. Now, could I have written that just the way I've been writing my other experiments, like in a little chart? Absolutely. It's just that what you'll do is you'll start out with your 60 seeds, and then of course you're going to want to create your blocks. Okay, so you'd have block 1, block 2, etc., etc. So you could do it that way, or you could just write it out like I did. Either way, whatever floats your boat.